Another hard-fought win tonight. Really proud of how we played defensively. I thought our kids really fought. I thought we made some huge plays on the defensive end, especially at the end. Trayvonna Brooks stepping up and taking just a huge charge. That was a big-time play that we needed. But I thought we defended well. Thought we did a great job on one of the best players in the league, preseason conference player of the year, Jalen O'Bannon. Thought our kids really limited her touches, did a great job of keeping her off the boards and just frustrating her because she's a heck of a player and she's a handful to guard. So thought we did a great job on the defensive end. The offensive end wasn't as pretty and effective as what we wanted it to be. Way too many turnovers. But again, we found a way to win and got our 5th win in the league and just really proud of how hard our kids fought.
Questions? I want to go back to the turnovers. At the very beginning of the game, y'all were committing several turnovers.
Yes.
Then totally flipped at 180 and went on a 11-point run, something like that. Walk through that with me. What was going on? What changed?
Well, I thought initially we just weren't really taking care of the basketball, and just kind of being a little lackadaisical with the ball. I don't think we were. Our passes were as crisp as they needed to be. We also weren't being very patient within our offense. I thought we were rushing things, weren't taking our time. And then, I thought Hannah Goolsby made a couple of big threes. Shug made a big 3 and kind of got us going a little bit. And then in the second half, I thought they turned up their defensive intensity a little bit. We didn't do a great job of communicating with our post when they were kind of digging in on our post players. We had a couple turnovers in the paint because of that. But we also have to be smarter because we knew they were going to do it, and so we have to realize that and not put the ball down in traffic. I thought we pressed a little bit too there at the end. I think our kids knew how important this game was. This was a separator game right here, especially in the league standings. You could go anywhere. It could vault us up to, as high as 3rd, and vault us up to the bottom of the barrel. And so I think our kids tightened up a little bit tonight, especially in the 4th quarter. You look, we had shot the ball extremely well. 57% in the first quarter, 40 in the second, and 50 in the third, and then 15% in the 4th quarter. So I thought we tightened up for the first time really this year, and didn't like how we finished the game, but I think we had done enough up until that point to earn the right to win the game.
And can you just go over the last 2 minutes with me, both of you? What are you telling your players? What are you saying out on the court? What's going on?
Yeah, it was the longest 2 minutes that I think we've had all year long. Biggest thing was we wanted to be patient and run our offense. I thought we took some quick shots down the stretch that we didn't need to take, and then obviously again the turnovers, and we got a little frantic offensively. Defensively we were having trouble. As great of a job as we did on O'Bannon, Cooper and Massengale were just they were really tough for us to guard. And so just making sure that we were communicating. They were setting a lot of stagger screens for their shooter, number 4, to come off those, setting a lot of on-ball screens. We had tried to make some adjustments defensively down the stretch and didn't really execute those like we wanted to. But at the end of the day, we were able to make enough big plays at the end to win.
Run through what's going on with the court.
Well, the last 2 minutes, basically, we just wanted to make sure, like Coach said, we were executing and we were getting defensive stops. So that was our main goal, and it's part of our keys to success or keys to win. And so we just wanted to make sure we executed those last 2 minutes.
And then, you had a great game out there tonight. Can you speak more to your performance and, how you helped the team?
Well, first of all, I always have to thank my coaches and my teammates as well, because my success wouldn't be success without them, first and foremost. And my teammates, they set me up for the success. And the coaches, they're hard on me in practice, and I really appreciate that, because when it's in the heat of the moment, I have to be able to make the plays. And I've talked about it before, and I'll say it again. They have a lot of confidence in me to make the plays, and I'm just very grateful for that. And I just want to say thank you to my teammates. I know they'll be watching this, and they are awesome. So they just keep me poised, and they like calm down when I'm thinking I have to do everything. They like, calm down, we got your help, we got your back, and that just keeps me going.
Yeah, I want to say this about Shug. She has positioned herself as one of the best players in the league. We talk about O'Bannon and how good she is, and how our scouting report was very, very focused on limiting her touches. We're seeing now that, obviously teams know that they have to stop her. She's a force to be reckoned with, and I think Shug's put in the work. It didn't just happen overnight. She's worked on her game. She's worked on being a great teammate. She's worked on the defensive end, the rebounding side of it, and you saw tonight, to have a double-double. I mean, that's hard to do, and she steps up and just makes huge plays for us, and you feel like you can't take her off the floor.
Last thing, the last time I talked to you at the Jacksonville State game, you talked about, getting this program back to success being a process. Where does this win rank in that process?
Well, it's another step in the right direction. We're not where we want to be yet. But we're sure not where we were 2 months ago. We're sure not where we were a month ago. I think these young ladies are learning each and every day. We're still learning how to win. Tonight was another great learning experience because we had a lead and we lost it. Now, whereas earlier we were learning how, we had dug ourselves a hole. And so we were having to claw back out of that hole and learning how to win that way. Now we got to learn how to keep a lead and how to finish a game, and not to make it so interesting for our fans and so nerve-wracking for our coaches. I think we're still learning how to win, but I've seen so much growth, on and off the court, because you don't just step on the court and win. You have to win in every area before you start winning on the court, and I think our kids are winning every day. I think they're winning in the classroom. Our academics are, our grade point average, is so much better. We're winning in the weight room. Our kids, are committed now and understand how important that is. We're winning in the community. They're embracing community service. We want to be a program, that serves others and that gives back, and you're seeing that. And so I think all of that, is starting to add up to more wins on the court. What this crew has done since the end of December. Our first conference game was, the late December at SEMO. What they've done since December is pretty impressive. Looking back to where we started and where we were, going into December. So I like where we're at. Are we satisfied? By no means, no. And still have a lot of work to do, but we are definitely headed in the right direction.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, guys.